If the election were held today, Donald Trump would be elected president. The way the Democrats are attacking him is making him stronger and stronger. You don't go at someone with hysteria. You don't shout at them because people stop listening. You let your voice go low, and you talk with sadness and disappointment and even embarrassment about what Donald Trump has said and what he promises to do. Trump is getting stronger and stronger when he should be getting weaker and weaker.
In the lead-up to the CNN debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Republican strategist and pollster Frank Luntz said this during a Times radio interview. But now that the race has turned on its head since this interview, Luntz has done a complete 180 and is now sounding the alarm in the other direction, issuing a sober warning to the Trump campaign.
She's bringing out people who are not interested in voting for either Trump or Biden. So the entire electoral pool has changed. The issues and conditions favor Donald Trump. He should be winning this election. But the attributes are so much in Harris's favor that he's not. It's as though he's lost control. And I know that there are billionaires who watch this show who are spending a lot of money on Donald Trump, and they don't understand why he's committing political suicide. Okay. You can't steal what you've given away. He is actually giving away this election.
Luntz would go on to wrap up this segment by saying, quote, "This could be a sweep in November if Trump doesn't wake up." It says a ton about the current state of the Trump campaign when a diehard Republican Party loyalist like Luntz is this concerned and this frantic about the Trump-Vance ticket beating the Harris-Walz ticket.
It's the candidate that's problematic. The candidate who can't stick to issues like inflation or immigration, can't stick to policies that the public supports, that instead he has to deliver attacks against a president who's not running against him. What people think of Joe Biden has no impact on Kamala Harris. And it's actually damaging Trump's efforts right now.
This has always been Trump's greatest strength and his greatest weakness. To many, Trump's personality and persona are what draw them into the MAGA movement and keep them there because, at heart, he's an entertainer who loves the constant attention and spotlight. But to anyone with an ounce of moral clarity, Trump's history of being a bigot, racist, misogynist, and narcissist is all they need to use to hold their vote from him. And now that Vice President Kamala Harris has taken Joe Biden's spot as a presumptive nominee, voters who couldn't bear the thought of voting for Trump or Biden now have a younger, more promising option to turn to, the opposite of what the Trump campaign hoped and planned for.
These are ex-Republicans, ex-conservatives who are looking at Trump and his personality, the whole Trump-Vance ticket, and they're saying this is not what I want. And there are people who had voted for Trump in 2020 that will not vote for him again because they're tired of his rude and abusive behavior. He is literally losing this election. And I'm starting to wonder, does he want to lose? Is this something that's going on inside his head simply because he doesn't want to be president for 4 more years? Because no sane person would campaign the way Donald Trump is campaigning.
Luntz claiming that Trump is purposely trying to lose this election because he, quote, doesn't want to be president for 4 more years, I think is a bunch of nonsense. I don't agree with that, right? I think Trump and his team severely miscalculated their campaign strategy and thought the race was won before it even began. But once Vice President Kamala Harris came into the picture, it was, oh, yikes. Okay, now we're scrambling. The other possibility is that Trump is not that worried at all about his campaign because of the loyalists, right, that are in place at the state level to challenge election results or just outright refuse to certify them.
It's not an issue of whether I go out and campaign for Donald Trump. He's decided the way he wants to do this. What I will tell you is the Republican Party needs to make a serious shift here. This is not an election for just the MAGA vote. Trust me, Donald Trump has that. Republicans need to be fighting for suburban women, for college-educated, for independents, for moderate Republicans and conservative Democrats. They want to be asked for that.
The signals Fox News and the Republican Party are sending by having Nikki Haley stump for Trump like she did lets me know they're scrambling, okay? They are panicking in a way. And I think what's going on is the right wing is really struggling to land on the correct messaging to attack Harris outside of the talking points they've already brought up, like she's a border czar, she's radical, making fun of her laughing, having fun, showing positive emotions. When you have to resort to that, you know you have messed up. Because what? She laughs too much? What are we doing? And then another thing, I think the Republican Party is suffering from their own success in a way because they have caved so much to the MAGA movement and the MAGA party and their demands that they have left no room for anybody to be more centrist than Trump to lead the party. So they have to figure some things out, and they may not be able to right at the end of the day. But as it stands, they're in a bad spot, and they should be worried. They should definitely be worried, because going up against President Joe Biden is much different than going up against Vice President Kamala Harris for the election. Believe that. For Rebel HQ, I'm Chris Williamson. We'll see you next time.